welcome back to Chevy's Inside High School Sports this morning. I'm Matt Musil. While the high school football regular season is winding down, basketball season is almost here, with action tipping off across the state next weekend. Can you believe it? One team to keep an eye on in Class 4A is Wharton, where the Runnin' Tigers are ranked 13th in the state. We find out more now in this week's Chevy Spotlight. Traveling down Highway 59 to the town of Wharton, the pace of life might seem a little more calm out here in the country.
Let's go, push it up, push it up.
But on the hardwood, there is nothing slow in Wharton, where the Tigers play a frenetic, fast-paced brand of basketball.
We like to get up and down. We like to press, we like to shoot, we like to run. We're the Runnin' Tigers.
Playing an up-tempo style, the Tigers have built one of the most consistent programs in the area, making deep playoff runs in each of the last 4 seasons.
It's definitely, in the last few years, has been a serious tradition, and we're working to keep that going. We've had 4 regional tournaments in a row. In the mix of that, we had 3 district championships. Last year, we fell short with a district runner-up, so the standards have been set.
It's like a legacy that goes around here. Like, everyone heard of Wharton. Everybody heard of our winning streaks and what we went to and how we came from being sorry to how we is now, going to regionals year by year.
The success the Wharton basketball program has had in recent years continues to cultivate more and more success with the passing of the torch from class to class.
We strive to build a strong culture here where these guys rely on one another. They rely on holding each other accountable. We come in every day and we're trying to have positive energy, lots of effort, and we really want to work to make sure that we're striving to be the best that we can be every day. Those older guys still come up and support those guys that are in the program now, and those expectations are that they continue the Runnin' Tiger tradition of winning and keeping the program running.
Go 2 to 4, 2 to 4.
This year, the Tigers expect to have a tight-knit squad with a core group of players that has grown up together in this quiet community, forging bonds as teammates that could lead to Wharton making plenty of noise in March.
We all like brothers, been hooping with each other since 5th grade. It's fun, it's never a dull moment. It's always fun. We all grew up with each other. We were more than a family than a team.
This is a real close group. We've been playing with each other ever since we was 4th to 3rd or 4th grade. We've been playing with each other ever since. Man, the chemistry is right. Ever since we was in junior high, we were undefeated 7th grade year, 8th grade year undefeated. 9th grade year, we was undefeated. We've been undefeated 3 straight years in a row.
They've played together their whole lives. You can tell it. They have a sync on the court as well. They take care of one another. They look out for one another. They're really, a very close-knit group of players.
After the disappointment of coming up short in the regional tournament the last 4 years, the Runnin' Tigers aren't shy about stating their clear objective, getting over the hump and finally advancing to state.
It's all about March, but we don't get to March without going through these months and these tough times first, all right? We got to mentally prepare ourselves and physically prepare ourselves.
I'm trying to make it to state. We made it to regional tournament 4 years in a row since my 8th grade year. And then my freshman year we went, sophomore, junior. I'm trying to make it to state this year.
And a big thank you goes out to head coach Seth Dew and the rest of the Runnin' Tigers for spending some time with us. Well, we haven't forgotten it's still football season here in the state of Texas, so let's head back to the gridiron now for Thursday night highlights. Number 3, Katy, hosting Straight Jesuit. In the first quarter, DeAndre Glass puts the Tigers on the board as he hops into the end zone to give Katy a quick 7-0 lead. Then it's the Tigers defense stepping up. Moro Ojomo applies the pressure. Neil Solis picks off the pass and returns it deep into Crusaders territory. That sets up a Tigers touchdown to make it 14-0 Katy. In the meantime, Strake's defense doesn't have an answer for Glass. He weaves his way through traffic here for a big gain inside the red zone. Moments later, Glass punches it in from 1 yard out, and the Tigers are up 21-0. Strake finally finds the end zone in the second as Michael Wiley takes the handoff and just gets over the goal line for a 4-yard touchdown run that cuts it to 21-7. But the Tigers answer right back as Glass gets the carry on the draw play. He slips through tackles and gets into the open field, and you're going to have a tough time bringing him down. In fact, they will not. 67 yards in the touchdown, and Katy takes a 28-7 halftime lead. In the third quarter, Glass plunges in for his 4th touchdown of the night, and Katy wraps up its 9th straight district title with a 49-7 win over Straight Jesuit. Let's head out to Klein Memorial Stadium now as Klein Oak squares off with Stratford. We pick it up in the second quarter when Klein Oak opens the scoring with his 15-yard touchdown toss from C.J. Ward to Tyler Hudson. How about the one-handed grab by Hudson to pull that one in? Panthers up 8-0. Same score in the third when Stratford finally gets on the board. Spartans quarterback Drew Murdoch buys himself time and then launches downfield for Grayson Pendergraft. What a throw by Murdoch and a nice move by Pendergraft to shake the defender off. It's a 70-yard scoring strike, making it an 8-6 ball game. The Panthers respond, though. Same duo as last time. Ward to Hudson on the simple pitch and catch, 7 yards and a touchdown. Panthers up 15-6. Moving to the fourth quarter now, and Stratford looking to answer, but Oaks' Austin Reisdorf gets to Murdoch untouched for the sack to back up the Spartans. Murdoch unfazed, though, same drive, fires into the end zone for Malcolm Stevens, and Stevens hauls it in for 6. Stratford pulls back within 2, 15-13. 1 minute left in the game. Stratford has the ball, but needs to go the length of the field. But there's the Panthers pass rush yet again. Gerald Irons III falls on the fumble in the end zone for a Klein Oak touchdown. And the Panthers lead 21-13. Still, though, a one-possession contest. Final play of the game. Murdoch trying to make something happen. He heaves it deep downfield, but it's incomplete. And Klein Oak clinches a playoff spot with a 21-13 win over Stratford. In Class 5A, it's Fort Bend Marshall hosting Texas City. Early on, the Buffs have some problems on special teams, though. The snap goes over the head of punter William Hernandez. He falls on it in the end zone for a Texas City safety. It's 2-0 Stingarees. You can't hold down Marshall's high-octane offense for long, though. Devon Auchain hits the hole and gets to the sideline. He's off to the races. It's 55 yards untouched for the touchdown, and the Buffs lead at 7-2 after 1. In the second, Marshall's Jerry Davis gets the carry. He has a huge hole as well. He goes 15 yards for the touchdown, and the Buffs lead 14-5 at halftime. The Marshall offense really kicks into high gear in the third quarter. Auchain looks for a hole. It finally develops, and then he will sprint down the far sideline. He'll go 71 yards for the touchdown as the Buffs train starts to pick up steam. It's 21-5. More Marshall now. Quarterback Jabari James decides to keep it this time on the read option. He tiptoes down the near sideline, stays in bounds, but eventually loses his footing and the football. He recovers the fumble, though, and the Buffs are set up again. That leads to this. Davis battles his way into the end zone from 6 yards out to give Marshall a 28-5 lead. 153 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground for Davis. Still in the third, Auchain slips through a tackle. There he goes again, 55 yards to the house. Auchain rushes for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns on just 9 carries. What a performance as Marshall rolls past Texas City 42-12. And we say congratulations to all of the teams who have clinched a playoff berth already. It's hard to believe only 1 week remains in the regular season.